Do you suffer from low back pain, hip pain, pain where your lower back meets your butt, but it's deep inside and you can't quite put your finger on it? Maybe if you roll your glute or piriformis, it makes the pain go away. Maybe if you roll your psoas, it makes the pain go away. It's kind of hard to tell what the problem is, but it seems to be that when you roll it, it improves it. It could be that your hips are out of whack. You might want to have one hip rotated downward or upward, causing some sort of shift and some bad motor patterns. This technique that I'm going to show you in this video might help you. It might not, but give it a try. I've been messing with these. If you've used these techniques before, please let me know. I'd like to hear your experience. How's it going, everybody? It's Ryan here, coming to you today with a video about the hips, a muscle energy technique that I've seen on numerous videos, as well as articles about physical therapists about correcting the hips, people with hip pain or sort of a issue with the back, tight back. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a counterforce to each hip or each leg. And you can kind of see how right now I'm holding with my left hand, which is the hand with the watch, and then pushing down. Now I'm pushing down on my left leg with my left hand as I try to push up, creating an isometric contraction so that way the pelvis can line up better. What I've found and what I've noticed is that it does help a little bit. I've been doing it pretty much every day, and it's kind of hard to tell how much it's helping. I guess what I'm deciding is whether is it me not deadlifting and squatting for 6 days that's helping me feel better, or is it actually doing this, or maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know. I'll report back more as I do this more, but now you see me using a medicine ball to put between my legs, and what this seems to do, it clicks my hips. It's like a self-adjustment of the pelvis. And now you see me using here like a rod. This is a TRX rip trainer, and I'm essentially doing the same exact thing, but I'm doing it with a stick, because what this allows me to do is allows me to create more force. Though it is quite hard to do, it's a little counterintuitive, because if the left hip is downwardly rotated, you have to provide a kind of downward push, like essentially the same direction. In my head, I would think that it would make it go in that direction, but what you're really trying to do is you're just trying to get the hips to work better again and get those hips in the right spot. Because remember, when the hips are not in the right place and one is down and one is more up, or if it's stuck, the lower back ends up taking the brunt of the force. Now imagine squatting while one hip is locked up. The lower back on one particular side is going to have to sort of twist and torque, and depending on your motor pattern, depending on how many reps you're doing, depending on how much weight you're doing, can really cause some issues. The next thing I'm doing here is I'm going to do a self-massage or self-release or active release of the psoas. I'm using the end of the rod here. I will recommend, this is kind of releasing my iliacus and iliopsoas, and you can see me using this rod. I can tell you right now, you don't want to use something like this because this ended up bruising me and irritating the skin on top. You're going to want to use it like a lacrosse ball with a kettlebell, like Kelly Starrett suggests, or even lying on it is better. I was just experimenting, getting this, because it's kind of weird, you're doing self-experimentation, you're doing self-assessment or self-fixing, and it's just something that you probably want to get done by a professional if you have the resources to do so. But, if you don't have the resources, this is something you can try. You can see me digging into underneath my pelvis and sort of creating force. This is another way I learned from another video. I forgot that video, but I'll leave some links in the description in case you want to learn more. I'm using my fingers on my right hand and pressing down. So my right hand is essentially like the rod, but my left hand is pressing down on it to sort of create some extra leverage. It's a little easier because you can spread the force. You can see me kind of digging into the lip or the edge or the ilium or the iliac crest to dig in while I move my leg back and forth. And I've been playing around with it. It seems to be helping. It's not like a miracle or anything, but definitely I can tell that there's some moderate relief. You see me, I'm actually kind of shoving my hips into the ground, sort of trying to, correct myself. You can see me holding my leg now, so I'm pushing down, trying to create force. I'm just trying to fix myself. And for the most part, it might be working, it might not, but your results may vary, your mileage may vary. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've done these before and if you've gotten any results from them. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.